Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing some MegaMek. We are specifically going to be trying to prevent the reconnaissance of one of our objectives. For anyone who's not in the chat right now, we were just talking about how hot it is. I'm not real good with Celsius, but 43.8 degrees last week sounds about right. It's been hot as heck. So, in other words, you guys can expect to hear the AC running tonight. I do apologize for that, but there's not much I can do about it. So, it's hot. So yeah, let me just do a quick recap. We did get some ammunition in, including, it looks like a single shot of Battle Armor SRM2 ammo that I ordered on accident. I wasn't aware it was available in single shots. We do have Elena spending 120 minutes a day trying to put the left arm back on the archer. Emilia is going to be spending 30 minutes a day on this heatsink. Omega Tech, hey, glad you could make it. Welcome. It looks like chat is turning into quite the party. We've got Varenk and Mr. McGorilla and now Omega Tech Consolidated. Glad you all could join us. And I do want to apologize for cutting things short last week. It is what it is, but I still feel bad about it. We did fail to get the cockpit in the Archer. Chris was working on that. She had plenty of time. She just did not pass her roll. Let me see. I don't remember. Yeah, we must have someone else started on that because 480 minutes have been spent on that. We've got the right arm on the Archer. That's Penny spending, I think, 200. No, more than 240. About 300 minutes a day putting the arm on. So that's going to take her another couple of days. We've got the Jenna refit in 11 days. We've got the Rifleman refit in about 3 times that long. And we've got the Warhammer in about 15 days, looks like, if I had to guess. A bunch of parts we haven't been able to get a hold of. Oh, Werewolf Emerson, hello, glad you could join us. Man, things are really starting to hot up around here. And I don't mean the weather. So yeah, glad you guys could join me. We are looking at a pretty rough battle today. That is going to be Galathea Lance, which is Tentacle Shogun, Scarponi, Limbrick, and Victor Rama, in the Marauder, the Warhammer, the Orion, and the Grasshopper. And that is a 10,000 point force, but we are up against 14,000 points worth of Op4, including a 2-3 and a Drulson, a couple of Vedettes, 2-3 and a Kintaro, another 2-3 and a Drulson, a 3-3 and a Vedette, Savannah Master, a Hetzer with a 3-4, a Scimitar with a 1-3, a Striker, a Galleon, another Hetzer with the lasers. The first Hetzer is actually an LRM Hetzer as well. A 1-4 and a Drulson, that might be one of our first targets. That large laser with some scary accuracy. Now we do have 2 units worth of reinforcements. We've got a lance of medium mechs, looks like, with maybe a heavy thrown in. Scorpion's 55 or 60 tons. I want to say 60, but I feel like that might be wrong. And then we've got a lance of heavies, including longbows and assault, if I recall. 85 is an assault, yeah. So we do have a couple lances of reinforcements coming in, but that is quite a lot of Op4. We also have von Luckner, a pair of demolishers, and a Shrek PPC carrier, the anti-infantry variant, which I'm not familiar with. That's 3 PPCs and 2 machine guns. Yeah, I think that's the Shrek I'm familiar with. So without much further ado, I'd like to get into that. The map hasn't changed much since last time we looked at it. Our personnel, we maybe could be spending some XP. Wayne Henshaw doesn't have enough for anything. Naren Limbrick has 28 points, which is enough for an edge. Was she saving up for anything? I don't think she was. Nothing in particular. So let's go ahead and get her a third point of edge. Victor Rama needs a second point of edge. And let me just check their edge triggers. We've got head hits on Nairn, KO, ammo, and mask failures. For Victor, we've got maybe not, well, head hits did us in last time, so we'll keep head hits on there. KO, ammo, and mask failures as well. And then Marco, 3-4 gunnery specialization energy with not enough XP to spend at 5 points. Double sniper and infinite edge. Yes, of course he does, but unfortunately such a thing does not exist. I don't think we have anything else we need to go over before we just jump right into it. We're doing this on a map 45 by 45, and that was a custom map. That was Karasu 45 by 45. Yeah, there were a lot of headshots last week. People falling on their heads, people getting shot in the head. Yeah, lots of edge, lots of bad stuff happened week before last. We could make it exist R&D on it. We'll see about that. So our objective is to destroy or rout 50% of the opposing force. And that is the primary op for. Allied mech reinforcements ×2. And large opposing force allied units will be working alongside us. Okay, so it's just one big lump of enemies and us and 3 groups of allies. I'm gonna buy finance first to make sure we secure a budget. Closer would donate his paycheck towards that research. I'm sure he would. Let me actually check on this. We do have a reroll. We're looking at dusk, dawn, and clear, calm weather. So we could turn that into daylight if we wanted to. And oh, what kind of map is this? That appears to be quite a lot of rough terrain. Yes, a lot of rough terrain and some crater type terrain, which appears to be just open regular hexes. I don't know why it's a different color, because it appears to just be a clear hex. And then we've got swamp down here, rough up here, magma crust here. So this appears to actually be an active volcano that we're defending against. What have we got over here? We've got water, depth 1. Really? Water at the mouth of an active volcano. That's interesting. Let's see. We are deploying any. Our allies are deploying any. Primary op 4 is deploying any. That might need to be fixed. We've got reinforcements coming from the northwest, from the east, and from the any. Primary op 4. We're deploying any wetlands. No, it's not wetlands. We've got reinforcements deploying from the east and the northwest. Which of those is coming in first? Probably the east. So allied forces are deploying at the start of the game. Reinforcements, Wolverine, Dervish, Scorpion, and Shadowhawk are deploying first. They're deploying in the east. It's the guys coming in on round 7 that are coming from the northwest. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to set our own deployment to the east, where our initial set of reinforcements are coming from. And the primary op for, I guess, we'll also have our allies deploying in the east. I'll have the primary op for deploying in the west. Just because I don't want them being able to deploy literally anywhere on the map, mostly behind us. Let's see. Let me sort by battle value. For the primary op for the Kintaro with the 2-3 pilot is the big bad, followed by the Drillson with the 1-4, the Drillson with the 2-3, and the Drillson with the 2-3. That one has an ER large, an LRM-10, and a couple SRMs. This one has a regular large laser, and looks like 6 SRM2s, so 12 SRMs. And then the Scimitar is also kind of a big bad with an LRM-15 and 4 SRMs. So yeah, I don't know how much of an effect our 4 units are going to have on a battle of this scope and scale, but let's go ahead and do this. Alright, our team has won initiative. Within our team, we are going second. We do have reinforcements coming in on 5 and 7. Everyone's is at 100%. We have... Let me zoom out that map, zoom in this map, get a little bit of... there we go. So we've got the Von Luckner here that we can try to reinforce. The enemies are coming in on the west side for the most part. I'm thinking we can start here. We can scoot down this way, up this way, down this way, and have a relatively open view of the northwest part of the map. So we're actually going to have our long-range baddie deploying there, where he can cover lots of terrain with those PPCs. We'll have the Orion deploying, I guess, a further south. Like there, where we can come up this way and try to take this high ground. The Marauder, which is a close-range mech. What is this hex? Light woods. That is not what I'm used to woods looking like, to be honest. We'll have Tentacle Shogun deploying there, where he can make his way down this way. Maybe not through the swamp. It's either through the swamp or over the hill and through the rough. We might have to make that corner. We'll see. And last but not least, the Grasshopper, I think, is going to deploy probably behind the Orion. Try to cover that south corner as much as possible. Alright, we've won initiative, but we are going second within our team again. Initiative report, we can hit done. Alright, we've got eyes on nobody. We'll have Tentacle Shogun go ahead and sprint. We might as well have the Orion. That's, is that Nairn in the Orion? Is that Nairn in the Orion? That is Nairn in the Orion. Grasshopper, I guess we'll run. Because sprinting doesn't seem to do... Oh, we could get an extra hex in if we sprinted. We'll go ahead and do that. And Scarponi will also be sprinting because we don't have eyes on any targets yet. No one made any rolls, at least not that we're aware of. Don't kill anyone. Yeah, that is absolutely the goal. We are not trying to get anybody killed today if we can help it in the slightest. Depending on where and how the bad guys deploy and what they do immediately after, we might actually have reinforcements coming in behind them here in another few more turns. That isn't the goal the enemy want to kill. This is not a peace mission. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. But depending on how they deploy, we might be able to get some help clearing them out before they... We might have some help clearing them out before they advance too far. The old Rasselhog Scorpion, because that's sure what I'd want to pilot in 3049. Rasselhog Scorpion? Is that... We've got the Shrek, the Von Lochner, the Demolisher, and the other Demolisher. The Scorpion isn't showing up until later. A 16 turn... Wait, do we have a turn limit? I don't remember seeing a turn limit. Oh. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We do have a turn limit. That is 16 turns to destroy or rout 50% of the opposition. Okay, so we are right to be hustling. We want to be moving in and clearing them out sooner rather than later. Now, that said, 16 turns is a significant amount of time. I wouldn't mind stalling just a little bit to see if our reinforcements can show up and help out. We do have reinforcements showing up on our side on turn 5, was it? Yeah, we'll continue sprinting. We'll see if our allied forces would like to try to keep up a little bit. Or we might have to pick player, because it seems like Princess is... looks like Princess is not shooting like she should. Okay, maximize. Let us /who. Primary opt for is server 2, so we can /kick2. Oh. I think I hit a button on accident. Kick 2. Primary opt for disconnected. Okay. And then we go up to game, replace player, primary opt for. Okay. I'm really hoping we didn't break it. Princess does not appear to be doing anything. We don't appear to be able to do anything. Let me try kicking 2 again. No? Kick failed. /who. Ghost of headshotted pilots fast. Yeah, we're definitely haunted. Reinforcements 2 hidden. Server 0 is us, server 1 is allies, server 3 is allies, server 4 is allies. Way up for Princess. Did we not do that last time? Is that what we screwed up? Okay, that advanced the game. That is what we were looking for. That said, we've got no targets, so everyone can skip their firing phase. And hopefully we don't have to go through that again. Everyone's at 0 heat, everyone's sprinted. Reinforcements on 5 and 7, currently round 3. Perhaps the enemy knows if it never advances the phase, you can never defeat it. Yeah, but that is the lowest kind of draw, if you ask me. Let's have our pony advance at a run. We might be able to get eyes on somebody this turn, or have the Orion advance to here, uncovering a fair chunk of map. But not enough to see anyone. Tentacle Shogun will advance at a run. Our pony, I guess, will advance at a run. Oh, we've got eyes on. I saw a scimitar. What else have we got? We've got a scimitar and a pair of vedettes. We've got a grasshopper way down here, down south. We'll go ahead and sprint so that we can get up onto this hill as soon as possible. And they appear to be reinforcing up there against Scarponi. The scimitar needed a 3 for flanking and turning, got a 7. Oh. Not what I meant to do. We've got Federated Commonwealth primary op force turn to fire. And they don't seem to be doing anything again. I was hoping that would be the last time we would have to kick them, but let's... Server 2, primary op 4, okay, so let's try this again. We're gonna kick 2, if I can type. Federated Commonwealth, primary op 4 disconnected. Replace player with Princess. And we can advance the game. Okay, good deal. Tentacle Shogun has no one in range. The Orion has... Oh, has the Kestrel in range, looks like. Out of visual and sensor range. So even with the LRMs, which are technically in range, yeah, we've got nothing. Scarponi taking fire from a vedette. What do we have eyes on? We've got eyes on a Savannah Master on 10s, a Scimitar on 10s, the Kestrel on 11s, and the Vedettes on 12s. We will take a couple pot shots at the Scimitar on 10s, just to be heat neutral, and maybe we can land a hit and get super lucky and immobilize him. Grasshopper's got no one in range, so Vedette, autocannon 2, missing on a 12. Scarponi landing one of his ERPPCs on the Scimitar, hitting him in the front and immobilizing it. That is the best I could have hoped for. Everyone's at 0 heat neutral, if you will. We've lost initiative going into round 4, but we are going next to last within our team, at least. I called it, yeah. It doesn't happen often, but I guess it does happen occasionally. Can we get Tentacle Shogun up into this area? We can jump to here this turn, we can jump to there next turn. Turn after that we can jump to there and start flanking these guys. I think I like that move. We're gonna jump up onto the volcano. Let's see, the Orion has a sensor return over here, but we're not going to be able to get eyes on much of anyone this turn, so I think we might as well sprint. Oh, I think we've got eyes on someone. We've got eyes on the Kentaro. Oh, the Kentaro is going to be a major target for us. Wasn't he the big bad, actually? At 1900 points? Yeah, I think he was. We can get him to 7 hexes with the grasshopper. That's long range for all of his stuff. And it's medium range for our large lasers. So we'll go ahead and do that. If we can take that Kentaro down nice and quick, that would be lovely. Scarponi will, I think, slow to a walk. There's a Hetzer over here now, too. Which Hetzer is that? That is... I guess it doesn't want it to show me on that view. Which Hetzer is that? That is 4 medium laser Hetzer. With lots of armor. I don't know if he's really a priority. But we can get the Vedette into medium range, or the Scimitar. We might be finishing off the Scimitar. Oh, there's a Galleon now, too. The Kestrel, flanking and turning, needs a 4, gets a 6. Savannah Master needs a 5, gets a 6. Tentacle Shogun has the Kestrel on 12s. That's going to be 12s for everything, because that's going to be medium range for the SRMs, but they don't get the +2 or the -2. So we'll do 2 pulses and 3 SRMs. Just to be heat neutral. Maybe we'll get lucky, who knows. I doubt it, but you never know. The Kestrel, the Orion sprinted, so that's not going to happen. Scarponi, taking fire from multiple sources, including a Drillson, a Galleon, looks like either a Scimitar or a Vedette, the Hetzer, and another Vedette. The Drillson, this is the one worth 1,500 points. If we can hit him, that would be nice. We've got him on 6s with everything. And 10s with the small lasers. We'll go heat neutral with all the lasers then. And hopefully we can immobilize him. The Grasshopper has the Kentaro on 9s, has the Kestrel on 10s, has the foot platoon on 5s. I'm thinking the Kentaro, and maybe we can land a hit on him. And then we'll close with him next turn and hopefully do some more damage. The Hetzer with 4 medium lasers on 11s, missing with everything. The Marauder missing on 12s. The Galleon missing on a 9. The Vedette missing on a 9. The Kestrel missing on 11s. Vedette landing an autocannon 2 on Scarponi's center torso down to 23 armor. The Drillson landing a large laser on Scarponi's left torso down to 12. And 3 SRMs to the center torso and the arms. 3 more SRMs to the center torso and the left side limbs. And another SRM to the center torso down to 15 armor already. Wow. Could have sworn Scarponi was more heavily armored than that, but he is already down to 15. That's not great. In response, Scarponi firing everything at the Drillson on 6s, hitting him in the front 3 times, halving his movement points. The front again, down to 4 structure. Medium laser to the left side for no crit, and the small lasers on 10s all miss. The Kentaro on 11s and 7s, landing 4 LRMs on the Orion's left torso, down to 18 armor there. The Grasshopper at the Kentaro landing a hit on the right arm, down to 10. The Striker missing on an 11, and Scarponi needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 7. The Kentaro is up to 6 heat, so he is not going to be able to continue that kind of pace. We have 1 initiative, and we are going last within our team, for what that's worth. We do have reinforcements deploying this turn on our side, and then in 2 more turns we've got reinforcements deploying in the northwest. We are at 99.5%, Team 2 is at 90%, including 90.07% of the primary op4. Yeah, Team 2 is just the primary op4, I need to remember that. Okay, so it's time to stop sprinting, I think. Tentacle Shogun will be jumping to here. The Orion will be running forward to get eyes on the Kintaro at 7 hexes. The Grasshopper, I think, is going to ignore the Kestrel. We're going to run forward 5 hexes, getting the Kintaro within 2. And then we're going to unload all of our medium lasers on him. And that leaves Scarponi, who is rapidly getting outgunned up there in the north by his lonesome. Maybe we stand still and attack. No, we can't afford to stand still. We need to cut off some of them and put some distance between us and get some evasion. We need a 4. Hopefully we can make that. We made it. Alright, Jolson fails, side slips 1 hex and takes 3 damage to the left side, costing it a movement point. Everyone else succeeded at their movement checks. Tentacle Shogun at the Savannah Master on 9s. That's going to be all the pulse lasers. And hopefully we can land one of those and immobilize the little bastard. The Orion at the Kintaro, we've got him on 8s with the LBX, 10s with the mediums, 6 with the LRMs, and 10s with the SRMs. That puts us 3 heat over, which is fine. The Grasshopper has the Kintaro on 5s. No wonder they're getting nailed so easy with that absolutely stark red and yellow striped camo. The red and yellow actually kind of works for this red terrain that we're in. We're gonna do 2 larges, and we'll go 4 heat over for the mediums. And also, the red and yellow camo is purely for my benefit. We've got the Vedette on 5s, we've got the Galleon on 8s with the mediums. We've got the Drillson on 4s and 8s. We'll do 1 4. We'll do a series of 8s, just enough to go 2 heat over. Okay, Foot Ballistic Platoon has Stadi 5 misses on a 7. The Drillson hits the Marauder for a glancing blow to the left torso down to 21 armor. And 1 SRM to the left arm critical, costing us a point of edge, going to the right torso instead. SRMs to the left arm, the right torso, and the center torso. Hets are missing on 12s. The Galleon landing a medium pulse laser on Scarponi's center torso for 6, down to 9 armor already. The Vedette missing on 11s and 9s. The Marauder at the Savannah Master hits it in the front twice and kills it on 9s. Very nice shooting. And then hits it in the front with a 3rd medium pulse laser, immobilizing it. So that is the Savannah Master down. The Kestrel missing on 11s. The Vedette landing an autocannon 2 on Scarponi's center torso down to 7. The Orion on 8s and 10s and 6s, missing with everything. The Vedette missing on 10s and 12s. The Kintaro at the Grasshopper, hitting him in the left leg with a pair of medium lasers. Would have been the head, but we spent a point of edge. Left leg is down to 20. 6 SRMs to the right side, left torso, and the center torso. The Jolson at Tentacle Shogun, glancing blow off the right arm for 4 damage down to 19, and 3 LRMs to the center torso. Grasshopper at the Kintaro hits him in the right leg with the large laser, medium lasers to the right torso and left torso, as well as the left arm and the right torso and the right leg. Right torso is down to 8 armor. The LRM hets are missing on 10s. The Striker landing 9 LRMs to the right leg and left arm of Scarponi, down to 23 and 14 there. Scarponi returning fire at the Drillson, hits it in the turret, hits it in the front, and destroys the Drillson. The Kintaro needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 6. The Grasshopper needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 9. The Kentaro is up to 8 heat, our Orion is up to 3, Grasshopper is up to 4, Warhammer is up to 2, everyone else is running cool. Our team has lost initiative, and we are going basically first. We're at 98.8%, 98.3% of our forces. Team 2 is at 80% of theirs. And this is actually going significantly better than I thought it would. We'll have Tentacle Shogun, excuse me. We'll jump off of the lip of the crater of the volcano onto the clear hex over here to reinforce Scarponi. Let's see, we've got the Grasshopper is waiting on the Kentaro, the Orion can walk forward 3 hexes to be modestly evasive. Yeah, I think that's the move. We'll try to finish off this Kentaro and then head north. Scarponi will back up 3 hexes just to try to limit the number of shots he's taking with that center torso down to low armor. We've got the Demolisher closing in to back us up. We've got a Wolverine and a Shadowhawk. The Shrek is not doing much good where he's at. He needs to get on the high ground. The Grasshopper could stand still and lay into this Kentaro some more. Which I think if we can kick him in the head, that's 14 points of damage. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to stand still, and we're going to try to kick the Kentaro in the head for 14 after we soften him up with some laser fire. The Galleon and the Drillson both succeed at their movement checks. Tentacle Shogun rapidly getting swarmed by lots of guys. We've got the Drillson on 6s. We've got the Kestrel on 8s. The Kestrel has a pair of small lasers. I'm not worried about him. The Drillson has 6 SRM2s and a large laser. So that, I think, is going to be our target, seeing as how he's worth 1,600 points. If we can neutralize him, that would be outstanding. We're going for him on 6s, and we'll throw in a pair of 8s. We'll go 4 heat over to try to neutralize the Drillson. Hopefully one of those hits. Orion at the Kentaro, we've got him on a 6 with the LBX and 8s with the medium lasers. 9 with the LRM, is that worth doing? 8 with the SRM, no. We'll cool down this turn by keeping the LRM out of the action. Scarponi has the maximum on 8s. We've got some Vedettes on 8s. We've got the Hetzer on a 7. We've got the Striker on a 6. The Striker has an LRM-15. The Hetzer has 4 medium lasers. The Hetzer's not really much of a threat. The Striker kind of is. And we can hit him on 6s. We'll throw in a 10 just to be 4 heat over. The Grasshopper at the Kentaro is going to continue his 2 large and all the medium for 3 heat over. Oh, no. Misclick. We're going to go 3 heat over for 2 larges. Yeah. Oh. Kentaro's screwed. Marauder hits the Drillson in the left side and immobilizes it. Misses with everything else, though. The Drillson landing 2 SRMs on the Marauder's center torso and left leg, and right arm as well. Center torso and right torso also take SRMs. The Hetzer with the medium lasers hits the Marauder for 2 each to the right arm and right leg, down to 15 on that arm. The Galleon missing on 11, the Scorpion missing on a 12, the Vedette landing an SRM to the center torso of Tentacle Shogun's Marauder. The Orion hits the LB-10X in the Kentaro's right torso, right into his SRM-6 ammo, and all the other shots are wasted because the Kentaro is kablooey. The Maxim missing on 11s, the Kestrel missing on 9s, the Wolverine, our friendly Wolverine, missing on a 12, the Vedette missing on 9s, 11s, and 12s, Scarponi missing on 6s and 10s. Dang. Could not hit with those PPCs on the Striker. Huh. The Vedette landing 2 SRMs on Tentacle Shogun center torso down to 19. The Kintaro landing 4 SRMs, costing us our last point of edge to the arms. 4 SRMs to the arms, down to 16 and 18, and down to 0 edge. The friendly Dervish hits the Maxim in the turret and left side with LRMs. The Drillson landing a large laser, glancing off the center torso of Tentacle Shogun, down to 15. Grasshopper at the Kintaro is wasted shots. The Shadowhawk missing on 12s, the Striker missing on an 8. Tentacle Shogun needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 6. Tentacle Shogun is at 4 heat. Our friendly Scorpion is at 2 heat. Scarponi is at 4 heat. The Grasshopper is at 3. Everyone else is at 0. We have lost initiative, and we are, in fact, going right after our reinforcements. And there goes the AC. Sorry about that, guys, but it is... I turned it up from 73 to 75 when I started the stream, and here it is, already 75. So, not much I can do about that. We're at 94%, primary op4 is at 61%. We are doing some good work on them. We only need to get them down to 50, if I recall the objectives. But that's going to be 50 by unit count, not by battle value. And we have been prioritizing the higher battle value mechs, or tanks. We can have Tentacle Shogun back up into the Hex with the Drillson and go for the kick. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Maybe we can lure some of these guys to the south. The Orion is going to start heading northwards. We'll have the Grasshopper ignore that pilot and also start heading northwards. We can get shots on that Hetzer at medium range. And last but certainly not least, Scarponi. Might be time to start closing in again. We've got the Drillson at short range with the medium lasers. That is worth doing. We've got a +2 for movement, which neutralizes, or which is equal to, I should say, the +2 for movement that we're going to be suffering. Oh, I didn't realize our round 7 reinforcements just showed up. They're coming in from the west, so this is about to start getting really nasty for the OP4. All of them succeed on their piloting checks. Alright, Tentacle Shogun has Hetzer. That's the medium laser Hetzer. We've got him on 4s. And 6. No, it's going to be 4s all around. We'll do 2 mediums and 3 SRMs. That'll get us down to 1 heat. The Orion at the Striker on an 8. I think it's time to switch to cluster munitions. We've got the Drillson. Where can we hit the Drillson? Oh. The Drillson, we need to hit him in the left side for 18. Drillson. We'll go standard munitions. We've got him on a 2. We can't hit him in the left side. So I guess that's going to be the rear is our second option. So we've got him on 2s and 4s. We'll throw in the LRMs on a 5 and the SRM on a 4 as well. That'll put us 3 heat over, which is fine. And if we don't kill the Drillson this turn, hopefully we can step on him with Tentacle Shogun. Scarponi at the Drillson on 8s. We'll throw in a couple of 12s just to be heat neutral. Grasshopper has the Drillson on pretty easy shot, but we've also got the Vedette on 7s. We've got the Hetzer on 8s. We'll do 3 8s, and we'll do a pair of 10s just to keep the heat sinks working. Alright, the friendly Scorpion hits the Drillson in the front, immobilizing it. Tentacle Shogun hits the Hetzer in the front on the left side, immobilizing it. Hits it with 5 SRMs, hits it with 2 more SRMs, immobile, hits it in the front, down to 19 armor on the front. So the Hetzer, very immobile, but still also kind of a pillbox. The Shrek at the platoon on 9s, missing with everything. Scarponi hits the Hetzer in the front with a PPC, costing it a movement point. Oh no, this is our allied reinforcement. Warhammer hits the Hetzer in the front with a pair of PPCs, both glancing blows, but it's down to 20 armor. And a medium laser to the left side. He's going to be overheating because he cannot afford to fire both PPCs like that. And a medium laser. Wolverine missing on 11. The Hetzer on 6s, landing 3 out of 4 to Tentacle Shogun's center torso and left arm and torso. And a glancing blow to the right leg, so he actually hit 4 out of 4. The Orion at the Drillson hits it in the rear, immobilizing it, hits it in the right side, couple more times, stunning the crew for 2 turns. LRMs to the turret and the front. SRMs to the rear, no, to the right side and the rear, immobilizing it some more and leaving it with 3 structure. I was hoping for the kill, but maybe we can get the kick. The Galleon at the longbow missing on 11, the Demolisher at the foot platoon missing on 9s, the Vedette landing an autocannon 2 on the Grasshopper's right leg. Friendly Catapult at the Hetzer hits it in the rear and the left side, hits it in the left side again. It is very immobile and stunned. Medium laser to the left side, costing it minor motive system damage. Primary Op 4 Falcon at the friendly longbow hits with 3 SRMs to the center and left torso and the left leg. 4 more SRMs down the left side, the leg, the torso, and twice on the arm, down to 5 armor. That must be the fast bow if it's down to 5 armor on the arm already. The friendly Dervish at the Kestrel missing on 12s, the Maxim missing on 10s, Scarponi at the Drillson hits it in the front, hits it in the right side, hits it in the front again, and missing with everything else. Kestrel landing a small laser on the Shadowhawk's left torso down to 15, the Vedette landing an autocannon 2 on Tentacle Shogun's center torso down to 8 armor. Things are getting a little dicey. The Dragon at the Hetzer missing on 7s and 11s. The Vedette landing an SRM on Tentacle Shogun's right torso down to 17 armor. The Shadowhawk missing on 10s and 12s. The Drillson hitting Tentacle Shogun in the right leg. Solid hit from the large laser for 8 down to 18. And 8 LRMs to the center torso and left leg, down to 3 armor on that CT. The Grasshopper at the Hetzer hits it in the front, costing it a movement point and leaving it with 11 armor. The LRM Hetzer at our friendly Warhammer, hitting with 18 LRMs to the left side and the right leg. The Von Luckner missing on 12s, the Longbow missing on 9s, the Striker shooting at Tentacle Shogun hits him in the left leg with 5 LRMs. Tentacle Shogun needs a 5 to stay standing after taking 40 plus damage, gets the 4. Falls on its right side, taking 8 to the center torso, critting on his engine. Passes his seatbelt check, at least. But that is, that's no good. Tentacle Shogun needs to get the heck out of there before he loses his gyro or something. or takes more engine hits, or loses his ammo, or, you know, any of the things that happen when you run out of armor. The dervish kicks the maxim, tries to kick the maxim and fails, but does not fall down. Tentacle Shogun is prone, so he didn't get a chance to do the kick. And he is at 6 heat, which means he's going to be at 3-5-4, which means he's going to be able to stand up and move maybe 3 hexes. The Orion is at 3 heat, the Scorpion is at 4, our friendly Warhammer is at 5, the Catapult is at 1, the Longbow is at 4, and our Grasshopper is at 3. Everyone else is running cool. Our team is 1 initiative, and we are going second to last. We're at 96%. Primary op 4 is at 46%. With 5 crippled, 3 destroyed, 15 units remaining, of which 8 are crippled or destroyed. No, 8. Of which 5 are crippled. So we need to do some more damage to them before we have forced half of them to evacuate. That said, where can Tentacle Shogun go? Where he's not in front of the drill set. How about we save him for last, or later at least. We'll have the Orion get up here on this high ground. We'll have the Grasshopper also get up on this high ground, moving 5 hexes, gets him a little bit of evasion. Gets him some vedettes and a hetzer within large laser range. Tentacle Shogun has a couple of vedettes closing in on him. We're going to back up onto those vedettes. Needs a 3 to get up. We made it. And Scarponi can come in and get this hetzer on the flank. Okay, so Marauder needed a 3, got an 8. Kestrel needs a 4 for flanking and turning, gets a 5. Alright, Tentacle Shogun. Oh, we've got the Kestrel on 6s? That is really tempting. We can kick the Drillson next turn, but I want to take this Kestrel down. We do have an engine hit though, so maybe 2 medium pulses and an SRM on an 8 for 1 heat over. We've got the Orion. The Orion has eyes on Drillson. The Drillson is weak on the right side and the rear. We can hit him on the right side. We've got him on 2s on the right side actually, so we'll throw some heat at that. We'll go everything that's guaranteed to hit. That'll put us 1 heat over. The Warhammer at the hetzer. Want to hit him. Actually, I think we want to hit him in the front because he's pretty badly damaged there already. We will skip the PPCs. We've got him on medium lasers on 1s and small lasers on 5s. We'll go true neutral for that. And last but not least, the grasshopper. I think it's going to take some shots at the other Drolson. We're going for the front on him as well. We've got him on 3s. And we'll throw in a couple 7s to go 3 heat over. Alright, let's see what the damage is. The strike hits the Drolson and the turret. That's good. And the rear, that is also good, down to 6 armor. Our friendly Warhammer at the Hetzer hits him in the front, and the front some more. Small laser to the front at extreme range leaves him with 2 structure. Tentacle Shogun at the Kestrel hits it in the front with 2 medium pulse lasers, and the Kestrel is down. The Scorpion hits the Vedette in the rear for 10 with the PPC, costing it a movement point. The Demolisher hits the foot platoon for 4 guys, down to 24. The Galleon missing on a 10. The Catapult at the Hetzer hits it in the left side for 7, costing it 2 more movement points. And hits it on the left side with 12 more LRMs, destroying the Hetzer. The Vedette missing on 8s, 7s, and 12s. The Orion at the Drolson hits it in the right side and destroys it. And then sets off its SRM2 ammo, of which it had 3 tons for some reason. The Falcon hits the longbow with 4 SRMs, including a shot to the head, forcing his first consciousness check. Maximet the Von Luckner hits with 3 SRMs to the turret and right side, stunning the crew. And the turret with 2 more SRMs. The Kestrel hits Tentacle Shogun in the right torso, glancing blow with a small laser for 1 damage. The Vedette missing on 8s and 10s. Scarponi at the Hetzer hits it in the front, the rear, the front, destroying the Hetzer, the laser Hetzer. That's both Hetzers down. The Vedette missing on 8s and 10s. The Dervish at the Maxim hits it in the right side, critical, stunning the crew, leaving it with 14 armor. Leaving it with 11 armor, excuse me. The Von Luckner at the Maxim hits with 3 SRMs to the left side of the turret and the front, immobilizing it. The Longbow missing on 12s. The Grasshopper at the Drolson hits it in the front with all 3 large lasers and destroys the Drolson. The Striker hits our allied Warhammer with 12 LRMs to the arms and the left leg. And the Shadowhawk hits the Vedette with 3 LRMs to the turret. And that should be pretty much everything we need. We've got an immobile stunned Maxim up here that's about to fall prey to the Von Luckner. We've got an immobile Scimitar over here. Is that the Scimitar or the Striker that's immobile? The Scimitar is an 812. The Striker, I think, is immobile. We've got a Falcon and a trio of Vedettes. Other than that, we've got a pilot and a foot platoon. I think we can just about call that. But first, let's try to kick this Vedette on a 3. Hopefully we don't fall down. We kicked him in the right side, but he's down to 3 armor there. But no kill, no crit. Tentacle Shogun is at 1, the Orion is at 1, our friendly Scorpion is at 6, our friendly Warhammer is up to 7, the Catapult is up to 8, the Longbow is up to 4, Grasshopper is up to 3 feet. We've lost initiative, but at least we're not going first within our team. We're at 95%. Our forces are at 91%. Primary Op 4 is down to 30%, with 10 units remaining, 2 of which are crippled. So that is 8 out of 18 in working condition. I think we can call that a win. /victory. And yeah, I think that we controlled the battlefield too. Because we prevented them from doing any recon whatsoever. We stopped them in their tracks. Marauder took heavy damage, including one engine hit to the XL engine, but honestly, only because they were able to target the heck out of his center torso. Other than that, he's got plenty of armor and everything else. The Grasshopper took some minor armor damage. The Orion took very minor armor damage. Looks like 9 points to the right leg and 4 points to the left torso. Friendly Warhammer, friendly neighborhood Warhammer, driven by Scarponi, took a fair beating on the center torso. The left torso took a large laser, looks like. Other than that, relatively good shape still. No one got hurt. The Vedette escaped, both of them. The Maxim did not. The Falcon escaped. The other Vedette also escaped. The Striker, the Galleon, the foot platoons both escaped. Did we capture anybody? We captured 3 guys from the Drillson, 4 guys from the Drillson. We killed someone from the foot platoon, which is a shame. We captured a couple guys from the Hetzer and someone from the Kestrel. We captured someone from the Savannah Master. Huzzah. That looks like it. Let's see. Near Limerick with 2 kills, the Drillson and the Kintaro. Victor Rama with 1 kill, the Drillson. Scarponi with 2 kills, the Hetzer and the Drillson. Tentacle Shogun with 2 kills, the Kestrel and the Savannah Master. That's about the 2 smallest kills possible. We did force the withdrawal of 50% of them, and that was our only objective, so we can call that a victory. And that leaves us deployed, but not badly damaged, so we should be able to do those repairs relatively quickly. Let's see. So, Jeff Kachita defected, Rabia Isam defected, Candace Trakupis defected, Louis Herzog, Arpinic Jaeger. We got a few thousand Seabills worth of repairs from the Warhammer and the Orion and the Grasshopper. The Marauder, a little bit more. 46,000 for the Marauder because of that engine hit, presumably. How are we for armor? Armor standard, we've got 439 points in stock. We've got 320 more points arriving in 5 days and 240 points the day after that. Is that worth buying more armor? Yeah, go ahead and buy 5 more, just to keep up with what we're using. In the repair bay, we've got Ash's Archer being repaired as quickly as possible. I think we'll always be using armor. Yeah, it's just a matter of ordering enough to keep up with the demand. We do have Wyvern's Archer needing arms. We've got Guillaume could do that on a 7, but I don't think I want to take that chance. Those are endosteel arms, those are not cheap. In the meantime, we're waiting on Edeborg, who I think is fixing this gyro, which is going to be done tomorrow. That said, it's Wednesday, going into Thursday. Yeah, let's go ahead and go into Thursday. We've got maintenance on the Thumper, which is no change. We got maintenance on the Chippewa, which is steadily improving. We've got a cockpit in, 5 tons of armor, some ammunition, including 1 shot of battle armor, SRM 2 ammo. Edeborg would have failed to fix the gyro, would have actually damaged the gyro, but used a point of edge, so she did fix it. Lucked out there. We got the left arm fixed on the Archer. The double heat sink is gonna be... Amelia is spending 30 minutes a day fixing the double heat sink. Is that the double heat sink in the warehouse? Okay, yeah, so he's gonna be 4 more days on that. That's no big deal. We got the cockpit on the Archer. That's nice. We've got the right arm on the Archer in progress. Penny Singh Gilmore is spending 240 minutes a day on that, I believe. We've got the Jenner in less than 10 days. We've got the Rifleman in 12,000 minutes. And the Warhammer in, what's that, 13 or 14 days? A bunch of parts we can't have, including endosteel, and a bunch of parts we can have, including armor. Just the armor is what we can have. Still waiting on the hatchet, still waiting on the small pulse lasers, the LBX ammunition, all that good stuff. We did get, was that Galathea Lance? Just came back? No, that was Aleutian Lance just came back from deployment. So we can do some repairs there. It should just be armor and ammo. We'll have Gasruden do the ammunition. We need LBX ammunition badly. We've got some armor on the quick draw that needs to be done. We can have Oliver's got a lot of XP. George Valdez and Acito has more XP. And Acito is actually about to go up to... No, he needs 40 to go up to veteran, doesn't he? Barely fixed that armor. The Spider needing 15 minutes. That was... And Acito. Do you need 20 or 40? I forget. 20 actually to go up to veteran. Good deal. So Anacito is going to be our next veteran mech tech, which is great news. We're actually 3 points away from getting Loney up to elite, which is going to be outstanding as well. We've got the gyro fixed on the Archer. We just need to get those arms put on. Chris can do that on a 6. That, I think, she has edge, right? Yes, she has edge, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. B, I don't think has edge, and also she's only a veteran. We've got the arm getting on tomorrow, I think. We've got the other arm going on tomorrow. After that, Edibor can start on the left arm. And after that, we should be good to go. What lances are ready to roll? So we've got... Aleutian Lance is the only one ready to go. We'll have Aleutian deploy here. Hopefully we don't run into any bad guys. Okay, so we've located one of our strategic objectives, capture or destroy designated facility at 8-2. That is the hostile comms center. And we also have a hostile force that we need to harass with Aleutian Lance. Let's take a look at that. That is happening 2 days hence. That is Aleutian Lance. That is Ramita, Zero, Hattie van den Uden, and Stiletto against a primary op 4 of 16,000 points. Oh, they are really enjoying putting me up against overwhelming odds, aren't they? We've got a 1-4 and an autocannon 2 Vedette. We've got a 2-3 and a PXH-1 Phoenix Hawk. 3-5 and an autocannon 2 Vedette. Mainly it's just massive amounts of enemies that we have to worry about, and not specific enemies. That 4P Hunchback with the, that's the one with like 6 medium lasers, right? Or is it 8 medium lasers? I think it's 8. With a 4-4 pilot, he's gonna be difficult to knock down. No way I can take him. There's never a good battle. More enemies means more attacks. That's still messy. Yeah, it's not that they're tough enemies, it's just that there are so friggin' many of them. 16,000 points. We do have reinforcements. We've got a 4G Hunchback, a Hermes, a Griffin, and a Thunderbolt. And we've got an Orion, a Battlemaster, an Awesome 8T, and a Stalker. All with 4-4 pilots or worse. So, not gonna be the most effective reinforcements, but it is something. It gives us 12 units to their, what, 20 or so? Economy of action is definitely in their favor. Yes, it is. So they're going to be able to sync initiative on us. They're going to be able to focus fire better than we are. Light urban town farming 70 by 24. Daylight clear and calm. And we're trying to stop half of them from reaching the opposite map edge. So, with a little luck, they're mostly going to be sprinting. They are deploying in the west. We are deploying in the west. Our reinforcements are deploying in the north and the edge. So depending on how our reinforcements deploy, we may actually have a severe advantage there. If the guys deploying in the north, say, deploy on the east edge of the map and kind of swing down and across, and the ones on the edge start in the east and sweep across that way, we can catch them in a pretty nasty pincher move, depending on when they're going to be arriving and how fast the enemies are. But that isn't for another couple of days, so we might actually be able to bring reinforcements. Galathea lands. Might not be ready by then. Wyvern's Archer is not going to be ready. Ash's Archer might be. We have the support points. They also have a comm center. I guess we're going to go Friday and Saturday and see how much repairs we can do. We've got 10 tons of armor arrived, some ammunition has arrived. We did get the right arm on the Archer. Chris earned an XP for that. We did not get the right arm on Ash's Archer. Needs a 6 and gets a 3. Part failed and part destroyed. How does Penny not have any edge? We are going to have to do something about that. In the meantime, we need another Indosteel right arm for the Archer. We're looking for Mech. That was right arm? Right arm. Mech. Right arm, Indosteel 70 ton. We've got one left. We need to buy... we'll go with 4 of those because we seem to have trouble keeping them in stock. And we're not going to be able to get a hold of those. Right arm, 70 ton. Okay, at least we didn't have that on order already. I wish there was a way to reorganize the procurement list so that we could get the stuff we wanted more first. Instead of just the order it was ordered in. Because these medium pulse lasers, we could probably do with maybe 5 less of those. The double heat sinks we can wait on, we'll drop that down to like 20. The fuel air bombs, we'll drop that down to like 10. So that we can start getting some more of these parts in a little quicker. That arm. Okay, so Edeborg, are we trying to get Wyvern back in the action or Ash? Let's... Let's try to get Tonga back in the action. So that's gonna be Ash's, archer. We'll have Edeborg knock out this right arm on a 5, hopefully. And I believe she does have edge, right? She better. Yeah, she has 1 edge, but she has used that edge, so it's not available. So hopefully we don't roll snake eyes on that right arm, or we're going to be out of right arms. Wait a minute. We actually... Okay, we got the right arm on this archer, so it's the left arm that we are going to need. And that's a good thing, because that is our last right arm going on Ash's archer. I'll have Big Knock do the armor. We'll have maybe some regulars knock out the actuators. We've got an Acito is about to go up. And we've got George Valdez not far from going up as well. So it's the left arm on Wyvern's archer and the right arm on Ash's archer. And then after that, it's just a small pulse laser, which we're not able to get a hold of, but it's not a big deal because we never need all 4 of them. So that is 1 more day until we deploy. We can get the hatchet on tomorrow. We would be able to deploy Tongalands to this mission. We would be deploying from the west, same as them. You know what? We've got the support point, we'll do that. Alright, and the daily log. Harass is today, deploy a force, will do. We've got maintenance on the Slayer. No change. I did see the Leopard is dropping in quality from B to C. The armor is dropping down to quality E. That's unfortunate. Medium laser going up. Mech Bay number 1 going down. Can't wait for this era mod to drop to a +1. We've got the coolant truck improving in quality at a fairly steady pace. Emilia Pasic working on that double heat sink. That's gonna be what, another... How many days? 2 more days on that heat sink. We got the right arm on the archer, which is good. We've got the Jinner in less than 10 days. We've got the rifleman in 20 some odd days. We've got the warhammer in like 12 days. All the parts we can't have. Okay, so we've got... yeah, Struden is going to be doing our armor, or our ammo. We're running dangerously low on autocannon 10 armor. The Grasshopper, the Warhammer, those guys have no ammunition whatsoever. Okay, so Chris can do some armor because we're trying to get her internal specialist. Wait, we're trying to get Penny some edge. That's important. Yeah, so we'll go rush job to make that a 4, so she can... Oh, she gained the XP. There it is. All right, Penny, get some edge. All right, edge triggers are already set. Okay, so that's good. We'll try that again. We've got some actuators. We can have... does anyone have 360? No. Anacito, you are going to be doing some actuators, followed by George. We've got the hatchet. We're going to have a veteran do that. That'll be B. Alright, and Ash's Archer is ready to roll, short of that one small pulse laser. Center torso will have, we'll have Chris do the center torso and the XL engine. We'll have Gasridden do the ammunition. That just leaves armor. That'll be Fred Modry, I think, doing the armor. Okay, so all of that is actually going to go really quickly. We might actually have Chris do some of that for some XP. If she can roll better than a 3, thank you very much. We're not going to have anyone who can put this left arm just yet. Well, pulse laser is not going to happen right now. We'll have Chris knock out these little jobs. That'll be there and there. And there, that leaves us 172 minutes. 137. Fred Modry, you're doing our big armor jobs. Grasshopper. Have Chris knock these out as well. 97. And we'll have Elena? Yeah, sure, we'll have Elena finish that up. Okay, so other than the left arm on Wyvern's Archer and the small pulse laser on Ash's Archer, we are ready to roll. We can reinforce Tonga Lance at this hostile force. And the comm center, we're going to hold off on that for a minute. Alright, so that is today. We've got about 40 minutes to see how far we can get into this. Let me just go over this real quick again. Town farming 70 by 24. Prevent 50% of the hostile force from reaching the opposite edge. Reinforcements. Otherwise, pretty simple. That is daylight, clear, and calm. Daylight, clear, and calm looked like. Let me double check. Daylight, clear, and calm. Yes. 70 by 24. Why is the Cronus deploying on round 3? The Wolverine and the Quick Draw also deploying on round 3. A lot of their guys deploying on round 4 and later. Alright, so the primary outford to watch out for is the Phoenix Hawk, followed by the Drillson, followed by the Hunchback, followed by the other Phoenix Hawk. The 1D drops the machine guns for heat sinks and armor, if I'm not mistaken. We're deploying in the west, so are the primary op for. Allies are deploying in the north and the edge. Map is okay. We can deal with that. We do have a reroll. We could throw in some more woods. That would probably help us and hinder the bad guys. Yeah. Let's spend our one reroll. Going from woods low to woods medium. Okay, that looks like it might be a little more in our favor against all of these tanks. We've got hover tanks. We've got an assassin worth almost 1,000 points with a veteran pilot. ASN 21. Okay, that's standard assassin. LRM 5, medium laser, SRM 2. Undergunned, but otherwise, not a bad mech. Our spider is going to be deploying on round 1. That's Hadi van den Uden, who is a 3-4 pilot with a point of edge. Oh, our reinforcements are coming in from the east side on round 9. Okay, that works. Our reinforcements here are arriving on round 10. No, I don't think so. Commander has a strategy of 0. The slowest pilot there is in the Awesome or the Stalker. Those are speed 3. Which means at a minimum we should be arriving on round 9. Round 7 for the Thunderbolt and the Hunchback. Sure, we'll go with that. I guess technically they should be arriving on round 8. Then the Griffin should be arriving on round 6, and the Hermes should also be arriving on round 6. Okay, so with that said, our second lance has a speed of about 3 with the Hoser's Ride and the Stalker. However, commander of that lance does have a point of strategy, so we can actually deploy a round earlier. That's going to be 8 for them. Okay, so I think that looks right. We're going to start with the spider in play. Everyone else is going to have to catch up. What do they have on round 1? They've got a Ferret Light Scout VTOL. And other than that, everyone is going to be like round 3 or later. Okay, so I think we're ready to roll. The only thing is we got to watch out for that Phoenix Hawk coming in on round 8, the Drillson round coming in on round 6, and the Hunchback coming in on round 11. Phoenix Hawk on round 8 again. Alright, so mission report. Okay, yeah. Let's see, the spider. Where are we going to put the spider? We could put the spider facing this way. And that'll get us through these woods, sort of. That's actually not great. Can we maybe... From here, we're going through that woods, then we can turn up this way. Yeah, okay, I like that. Alright, we've won initiative. Man, he is really booking it. Can we get anything close to him? We can get him at long range, which is base 8. 7 with our gunnery. 8, 9 for running. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for his movement. Plus 1 for VTOL using movement points. We will... And there's no way we're going to hit the Wild Weasel, so we might as well just get it go in a straight line. Alright, units deploying on round 3, good deal. Man, that VTOL is so dang fast. Yeah, we'll pick up some evasion. We will not be shooting. We've got units deploying this round. We also have enemies deploying this round. We've got a Kestrel VTOL. We're going to follow him with the Wolverine, who has the LBX, which we can use for flak ammunition. We'll have the Cronus start here and head that way. And the Quick Draw can start here and start making his way towards those heavy woods. Works for me. Okay, so the Kestrel's getting away. There's no two ways about that. There is no, or the Wild Weasel, excuse me. There is no catching him at that speed. He's just too evasive and too fast, and there's nothing we can do. So, Speeder maybe makes his way this way. For a little bit of evasion, Stiletto can make her way this way. Oh, okay. We can have the Wolverine head that way, maybe take a shot. And the Quick Draw might be able to get a shot in that way as well. The Ferret needs a 6, gets an 8 for flanking and turning. Let's see, the Spider is not going to be able to take a shot because he can't get him in the arc. The Cronus has the Kestrel on 11. We will take that shot and skip everything. Well, yeah, everything else is 13, so we'll skip those. The Quick Draw has a large laser, might be able to get a long range shot on a 14, not gonna happen. And the Wolverine, 12s. 9s, still not great. But we'll take the shot. Missed with everything. Okay, not unexpected. Kestrel's gonna get away. Unless we chase it with the Spider, but I don't know if we're gonna do that. We did lose initiative, and we are in fact going first. We've got units deploying in 2 more rounds. So they've got a J. Edgar over there. Stiletto. Can we move into these woods and just kind of camp there? Wolverine can kind of camp there. Let's see, the Quick Draw is not going to be able to catch up to anyone, but we can move here just as a backup to those guys. One intervening light woods, medium range. So that's 3, 4, 5 for running, 6 for the woods, 7, 8 for range, 9, 10, 11, 12 for his movement. You know what? We got a chance. We'll take it. We've got the Kestrel on a 12. We've got the J. Edgar on an 11. It's 3 times as likely to hit. We'll take it. The Wolverine has the Kestrel on a 13. Has the J. Edgar on a 12. That is also an easy shot to decide. The Quick Draw at the J. Edgar on a 13. Not going to happen. And the Spider on 12s. Take all 4 of those. Oh, we caught something on fire. The Cronus missing on 11, the Wolverine missing on a 12, the Spider missing on 12s and setting the fire in Hex 1924. The J. Edgar missing the Spider also on a 12. No one is building up any heat yet. We've got reinforcements arriving in 1 round, and then we've got more reinforcements arriving 2 rounds after that. It doesn't look like they have any reinforcements this turn, so I think we're going to chase the J. Edgar with the Spider. Kind of like so. Yeah, we'll go around the woods. That'll give us 10 hexes of evasion. Stiletto will move into these woods where we can chill next turn. The Wolverine will chill in these woods where we can also kind of set up a firing line against whoever's coming in next turn. And the quick draw. And get the J. Edgar at medium range. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for running. 8, 9 for woods. 10, 11, 12, 13 for his movement. So that's not going to happen. We can instead just move forward and turn around. Kind of providing a second line there. Ferret has gotten away. The J. Edgar needs to make 3 rolls. It makes all of them. The Kestrel needs to make a roll. It barely makes it. We've got no shots with Cronus, the Wolverine, the quick draw, and the Spider is going to be lucky to have a shot as well. We've got the J. Edgar on 11s. Spider hits him in the left side and immobilizes the J. Edgar. So, wow. That's why we take the long odds shots, because every so often, it's worth it. So the J. Edgar is not getting away. The 2 VTOLs, no problem. That's a minuscule amount of their battle value. We've got reinforcements coming in this turn, so do they, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we've got Maltier, Drillson, and a pair of Drillsons. The Spider will turn this way and start rejoining the group. Stiletto. Oh, the Drillson is coming right at us. We've got him at long range with the pulse lasers and medium range with the SRMs. It's short range with the ER large. Yeah, we will skip our movement to take shots at the Drillson and or the Maltier. We can walk forward 4 hexes, get the Maltier into medium range for everything, except the pulses, but you know, they're pulses. And the quick draw will run into short range. Drillson side slips 1 hex into hex 617. It's Drillson number 2. And it looks like we might have to kick Princess again. Yep. So that is primary op 4. They are /who? /who, if I can type it right the first time, or the second time, or whenever. Federated Commonwealth primary op 4 is server 1, so we will /kick 1. Settings. Force withdrawal to nearest auto fleet board to the east. Let's see, stiletto. We've got this Jolson on 6s. We'll take that shot. We'll throw in some 8s. The Wolverine at the Jolson maybe on a 6. Throw in a couple 9s. And that'll be the 6 with the cluster munitions, yeah. The quick draw at this Jolson on 9s with everything. That'll go 2 heat over. Hopefully we land something. And the Spider doesn't have anyone in range. Alright, the Multier, missing on a 10. The Cronus hits the Jolson in the front on a 6. Hits it in the front with an 8. It's down to 8 armor on the front. And then 3 SRMs. It's down to 2 armor. The Wolverine at the Jolson hits it in the left side with the medium pulse laser. Hits it in the turret with a medium pulse laser. Hits it with 6 LBX pellets to the left side, immobilizing it to the front, immobilizing it and injuring the driver. The Griffin missing the Kestrel. The Drillson at the Wolverine hits him in the center torso critical for no effect. And an SRM to the right torso. Quick draw at the Drillson hits it in the front with the large laser. Hits it in the front with the medium laser, costing it half its movement points. Love to see it. The Drillson hits the Wolverine in the right torso with the ER large, down to 8 armor. And 2 SRMs to the left leg, down to 22. Wolverine took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 6, stays standing. Starting to heat up a little bit. The quick draw is at 2, Cronus is at 1. We've got units deploying next round on the east side of the map, and we have lost initiative. We are going first. This Jolson is at half movement points, if I'm not mistaken. He is a 5-8 right now, so he is not going to be going that far. We can have Quick Draw try to chase him down. We can have the Spider turn around and go after the J. Edgar, maybe. Just because, you know, just to sink some heat. We've got, the Assassin up here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have the Wolverine close in on the Assassin. We got a Pegasus and a Scimitar closing in as well. Stiletto, maybe backup one. Or stand still. That's short range for the SRMs. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll stand still this turn. And last but not least, the quick draw. We'll turn around, we'll chase this Jolson if we can. Alright, Assassin entered Rubble, needs a 7, gets an 11. Pegasus needs a series of 5s and 6s, gets a bunch of 7s, 9s, and 10s. The Multier needs a 6, gets a 7. Let's see, the Spider at the J. Edgar. Need to hit him in the left side. And we've got him on 3s. So yeah, we're gonna fire, that's gonna be everything. Let's see, the Cronus at Scimitar or the Pegasus? Scimitar has 20 internal, 96 armor. The Pegasus has 20 internal, 104 armor. So we're gonna go for the Scimitar. on a bunch of 7s. Let's see, the Wolverine is going for the Assassin, also on, looks like 8s, maybe? If we could land a hit for 10, that would go internal pretty much anywhere. Yeah, we're gonna go solid slug. We're gonna try to hit him on an 8, because if we do hit, he is screwed. And we've got some 10s to back that up. The quick draw was going after the Drillson, but the Drillson didn't go as far as I thought he was going to. Which means the quick draw only has one option, that's the Assassin. It's going to be 10s and 12s. We'll go heat neutral on some 12s. Spider at the J. Edgar hits it in the left side and the rear, immobilizing it some more. Does hit it with the small laser. Down to 0 armor on the rear, down to 4 armor on that left side. Pegasus missing on not missing on all the 9s, hitting Stiletto with 3 SRMs to the right leg and arm and the center torso. Stiletto at the Scimitar hits him in the left side, costing him half his movement points with a medium pulse laser. And 4 SRMs also hitting him in the left side, immobilizing him. So the Scimitar is not going to be making it across. Kestrel firing at our friendly Griffin, missing. The Hermes firing at the Jolson, missing. The Scimitar firing at our Wolverine and missing. Wolverine at the Assassin does not land the LBX, doesn't land anything. The quick draw at the Assassin hits him in the right torso with the large laser, down to 2 armor there. The Griffin landing 6 LRMs on the Kestrel's left side, immobilizing it, causing it to fall and destroying it in the fall. The Drillson hits the quick draw, piloted by 0, in the left torso rear with an ER large and an SRM, stripping the armor off the left torso rear. So 0 needs to be mindful of that left torso rear. The Griffin is at 4 heat, Stiletto is at 2, everyone else is running cool. Our team has lost initiative, and within our team we are going second. We do have units deploying in 1 round on the edge, and then we've got our reinforcements arriving after that. Or no, before that. Oh, that must be where the Kestrel went down. Yeah. Right before he was able to get away, too. Nice. Love to see it. We've got Hoser. Where can we post Hoser up where he can do the most good? We'll put Tugyu in the north part of the map. We'll have Ash's Archer there into those heavy woods. The Blackjack with the ER larges can go there into those light woods. And Hoser, I'm thinking into these heavy woods where he's got a clear shot over all of this part of the map. I like it. Okay, so first things first, yes. Printing. Running. Ash will run as well. And the Stalker. Stalker will go there, I guess. Okay, now This is starting to look like a target-rich environment over here. We've got the Galleon and a Wasp over here. We've got the Assassin. We've got a Drillson, a Scimitar, a Pegasus, a Wasp, a Phoenix Hawk, another Drillson, another Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, things are starting to get a little hectic. Stiletto will advance on this Phoenix Hawk. Try to finish him off with a kick, maybe. The quick draw. Move into these heavy woods and turn this way. No. This way. The assassin can jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He could get into these woods. 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, he can't get into these woods this turn. So this hex is the furthest he can go. So yeah, I like walking into the heavy woods. Oh, he ran instead of jumping. Of course he did. Wolverine will advance and try to catch him on his left flank at a range of 4 hexes. The spider has the multi-A. Unlike Sevens. Wait, is he in the woods? Is he immobile? I don't think he's immobile yet, but he's in woods, which I don't think he's allowed to be in. Yeah, we'll try to go for the kick on the multi-A. Side slips 1 hex, takes 3 damage to the front. Wasp entered rubble, needs a 6, gets a 9. Woods is always good, yeah. I agree. Hoser has... Is the J. Edgar in range? The J. Edgar is not in range. Let's see, the Blackjack has the ER large lasers. The J. Edgar is not in range. Stalker has large lasers and LRMs. Nothing is in range. Archer has nothing in range. Alright, now to the fun part. Stiletto at the Phoenix Hawk, I'm thinking. Has him on 5s. That's gonna be 24. Yeah, that's gonna be everything at the Phoenix Hawk. Wolverine at the Assassin, we've got him on 8 still. If we can land that hit, that's on his left side. 8s and 10s, yeah, we'll take all the 8s and 10s all day long. The quick draw at the Wasp on 9s and 11s. We'll go up to 1 heat for 11s. And the Spider at the Maltier on the front on 5s. Alright, the Galleon missing the Thunderbolt on a 10 with the medium pulse laser. The Hermes at the Scimitar lands an autocannon 5 and a medium laser to the turret and left side, costing it a movement point. The Hunchback at the Wasp on 12s, missing with the big gun and the lasers. Cronus at the Phoenix Hawk hits him in the head with an ER large laser, leaving him with 1 structure and forcing his first consciousness check. Medium pulse lasers to the right leg and right arm. Medium pulse laser to the center torso. Remind me next firing phase that we need to go after the Phoenix Hawk with an LBX. 1 pellet to the head would eliminate that mech. The J. Edgar at the Spider, landing a machine gun to the right leg for 1. Must be at extreme range. The Wolverine at the Assassin hits him in the right torso with the LBX. Nice. Hits him in the left leg with a medium pulse. missing with everything else. The quick draw hits the wasp in the center torso with a large laser, missed with everything else. The spider at the Maltier hits it in the front with 2 mediums, hits it in the left side with another medium, costing it a minor motive system damage. The small laser to the front, leaving it with 0 armor. Thunderbolt at the Galleon and the Wasp on 11s, missing with both. The Drillson missing on 8s and 10s. The Phoenix Hawk needs a 9 to stay standing, gets a 10 as he sprinted. If we can kick him, we can force another piloting check, and we can kick him twice on 3s, which is going to force 3 piloting skill checks, 1 for each kick, and 1 for dealing 20 plus damage. We will kick the Maltier on a 4 in the front, hopefully. Cronus kicks the Phoenix Hawk in the right and left leg, critting on his lower leg and his heat sink. That is going to be 4 piloting skill checks. And the Spider kicks the Maltier in the left side for 0 armor remaining. The Phoenix Hawk goes down, takes 5 to the left arm, needs a 10 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 12. So that is 1 Phoenix Hawk badly slowed down. We've got the Hunchback at 2 heat, we've got the Stiletto at 4 heat, we've got the Quick Draw at 1 heat, everyone else is running cool. We've got Fire burning in Hex 1924, but 7007 went out. We've lost initiative and we are going first. We're at 99%, the primary OPFOR is at 83%, with 1 unit having fled so far. Oh, the Battlemaster has arrived, and the Orion as well. Hoser will advance into these woods, and hopefully something can come his way before he gets too bored. Let's see. Ash will wait for the Griffin to move, because I kind of want to be where the Griffin is. The Blackjack. Can we need a 3 or higher to avoid mask failure? Can we do that? Please and thank you. Stalker will move to here. Let's see, the Spider was trying to get the kill on the Maltier. I think we're gonna have to go for the J. Edgar. His rear is pretty well wiped out. That doesn't give us much evasion. Wait, is the pilot of the Spider a hopping jack? That might have been better to jump. No, the pilot of the Spider is not a hopping jack. Okay, well, that's fine. Walking is good too. Let's see, the Assassin, probably gonna go last. We'll see if we can scope out where he's gonna land. Stiletto will come in behind this Phoenix Hawk on the left side and try to finish him off. Ash will follow in the Griffin's footsteps. And the Wolverine. No. We can get the Pegasus with our mediums. We can get the Phoenix Hawk with the LBX, but only if we stop here. Which is not as evasive as I would like, but we'll see what we can do with a multi-target there. Alright, Blackjack needs a 3 to avoid mask failure, gets a 6. Pegasus needs a 5, gets a 2, and sideslips 2 hexes into prohibited terrain, takes 7 damage to the front, and immobilizes the Pegasus. The Phoenix Hawk needs a 9 to sprint his way vertical and gets a 5. Falls on his left arm, leaving it with 0 armor. Needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 4. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets an 11. The Phoenix Hawk then successfully gets up, needs a 9, gets a 9. And we are probably rolling into the last turn of the night. So just fair warning on that. Poser has no targets. Stiletto. Can we get the wasp? Maybe in the leg or something on a 7. 7s and 11s. And we'll do the SRM on an 11 so we can go 3 heat over. Tsubasa has no targets in range. Ash has no targets in range. Okay, Wolverine. That's gonna be LBX, cluster munition, needs a 5 on the Phoenix Hawk. That's gonna be, yes, definitely. The Wasp on 8s as well. And we're gonna go heat neutral, trying to shoot that Wasp to death. Quick draw was gonna try to shoot the assassin. That's not gonna happen. We've got the other Wasp on 8s. We'll take all of those and we'll go 3 heat over for that. The spider is just trying to get a kill on the J. Edgar. I think we're shooting him in the rear on 0s with everything. Wait. Was it the rear? Yes, it was the rear. It's the turret that's full of armor. So yeah, automatic hits with all of those. Hopefully we can kill the J. Edgar. What's this name again? Tugyu. I've decided, since I was able to get a hold of Werewolf, that I'm gonna change this guy's call sign. I'm not gonna call him Lark because it's just kind of disrespectful. So we're gonna have to find a new name for him, or not, depending. Werewolf did say that he had another character lined up. I wasn't able to get him put into the game before tonight's stream, but it is on my to-do list. So that is something I plan on doing before next week. We can say that he showed up during this mission or whatever. But yeah, I plan on having him in the unit by next week, before the end of this mission. Stiletto, missing on 7s and 11s at the Wasp. I was hoping to hit with something. The Hermes at the Phoenix Hawk hits him in the left leg with a medium laser. Starts a fire in his hex with a flamer. Battlemaster at the Foot Platoon hits with 2 medium lasers and 2 machine guns, killing 12 more guys. To be fair, I have a whole folder of my old MechWarrior RPG characters. The new one comes with a Goliath. All 3 Goliath fans rejoice. I like the Goliath. It's more of a sniper mech. It's kind of like a beefier, slightly slower Griffin with the PPC and the LRMs, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I like the Goliath, especially custom Goliaths. If you can throw double heat sinks on that thing, you can free up some tonnage, if I recall correctly. You can put some more guns on it so it's not quite so badly undergunned. Because as it is, it's a PPC, an LRM 10, I think, and a couple machine guns. All of it completely comes from Dougram, where it's a dramatically different mech. I'm sure it is. The Hunchback missing on 12s, the Galleon missing on 7s and 11s, the Orion missing on 11s and 10s, the Wolverine at the Phoenix Hawk with the LBX hits it in the left leg and blows the left leg off. Nice. No hits to the head, unfortunately, but we did leg him, which is critical. And then everything at the Wasp missing on 8s. The quick draw on 8s also missing the Wasp with pretty much everything, landing 5 SRMs to the legs, the left torso, and the center torso is down to 2 structure. J. Edgar at the Spider hits it in the right torso, center torso critical, right leg and right torso down to 2 armor there. I submitted a custom Goliath, but I tried not to use double heat sinks or XL on account of sticking to the Succession Wars theme until the clan invasion starts. But you do what you wish after he is in. Okay. I'll have to take a look at that custom Goliath and see what it looks like. I may want to start with double heat sinks just because that's kind of where the unit already is, and I don't want to wait for my techs to upgrade your mech. I don't want to keep you out of the action that long. So I'll have to take a look at that and I'll see. I'll post something about it on Discord probably in the next couple days. I said probably, so no promises, but I'll try. The awesome 8T at the Phoenix Hawk, missing on 11s and 9s. The Phoenix Hawk hits the Wolverine in the right leg with a large and a medium, down to 13 armor there. Spider at the J. Edgar hits it in the right side, hits it in the rear, destroying it. The J. Edgar is boom. The Scimitar at the Awesome hits in the right arm, the right leg, and the center torso. The Awesome stands firm. The Assassin hits the Quick Draw with an LRM to the left torso, down to 17. Of course, you can do a lot more with him if you convert to double heat sinks. Probably give him a better engine, because I downgraded the engine for weaponry. And heat sinks. I see. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. I look forward to seeing what you've got planned, and if you decide, before I'm able to get to it, if you decide that you'd like to submit a different version with double heat sinks, I would be down for that as well. Let's see. Phoenix Hawk goes down hard, takes 5 to the left torso, needs a 17 to avoid hurting the pilot, needs a 7 to stay conscious, gets a 9. Stiletto is going to kick the prone Phoenix Hawk twice on a 1. Kicked him in the left torso and the right leg, destroying his right leg. He is definitely going to eject. Let me jot down a note about that real quick. Let's see, that was Stiletto PXH-1D. That's the AC again. Get right on, actually. Okay, that works too. The Hermes kicked on the left torso for 8, down to 1. The Orion kicks the Maltier on the left side, destroying the Maltier. The Battlemaster kicks the Maltier on the right side, destroying that as well. So the Maltier just kind of got double kicked on the left and right side. That sucks to be him. The Phoenix Hawk is at 6 heat. The Orion is at 5. The Awesome is at 4. The Stalker is at 2. All of our boys are relatively cool, except for the Cronus and the Quick Draw, both at 3. And it's at this point that I wish I could keep playing you guys, but unfortunately my time for tonight is up. I'm going to save this as cancel. What was the name of this mission again? Harass. Yes, I will save this as harass. If it's not the first one, it is the first one. Okay, so HARASS. And then, just to be extra thorough, we will also save it as exit save. We will save this as the date, as we do. And then we are going to raid Big Fluffy, and we will call it a night. And I want to thank you all for joining me. It's been wonderful. It's been quite the pleasure, as always. I'm glad you could all join me. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community, and all that good stuff. And we will see you next week. And until then, have a good one.